Welcome to today's class on chapter 4, that is simple equations. Today we will start with exercise 4.4. Question 1. Set up equations and solve them to find the unknown numbers. Number 1. Add 4 to 8 times a number, you get 60. Well, here let the unknown number be x. Now if we go by the question, 8x plus 4 is equals to 60. Therefore 8x is equals to 60 minus 4. Here we transposed 4 to right hand side and thus its sign changed to minus. Thus 8x is equals to 56. Here let us divide the above equation by 8 on both the sides. Thus by dividing the above equation we get the value of x as 7. Thus we can say that the unknown number is 7. Question 2. Number 1. The teacher tells the class that highest marks obtained by a student in her class are twice the lowest marks plus 7. The highest score is 87. What is the lowest score? Here let the lowest marks or lowest score be y. Now if we go by the question, 2y plus 7 is equals to 87. Thus 2y is equals to 87 minus 7. Here we transposed 7 to right hand side and thus its sign changed to minus. Therefore 2y is equals to 80. Here let us divide the above equation by 2 on both the sides. Thus by dividing the above equation we get the value of y as 40. Thus we can say that the lowest score is 40. Question 3. People of Sundargram planted a total of 102 trees in the village garden. Some of the trees were fruit trees. The number of non-fruit trees were 2 more than 3 times the number of fruit trees. What was the number of fruit trees planted? Here let the number of fruit trees be t. Thus the number of non-fruit tree will be equals to 3t plus 2. So if we go by the question, t plus 3t plus 2 will be equals to 102. Thus 4t plus 2 is equals to 102. Therefore 4t is equals to 102 minus 2. Here we transposed 2 to right hand side and thus its sign changed to minus. Thus 4t is equals to 100. Here let us divide the above equation by 4 on both the sides. Thus after dividing the above equation we get the value of t as 25 and thus we can say that the fruit trees are 25. Question 4. Solve the following riddle. I am a number, tell my identity. Take me 7 times over and add a 50. To reach a triple century, you still need 40. Here, let the number be n. So, according to the question, 7n plus 50 plus 40 is equals to 300. Thus, 7n plus 90 is equals to 300. Therefore, 7n is equals to 300 minus 90. Here we transposed 90 to right hand side and thus its sign changed to minus. Therefore 7n is equals to 210. Here let us divide the above equation by 7 on both the sides. Thus by dividing the above equation by 7 we get the value of n as 30. So we can say that the required number is 30. Here we are done with this exercise 4.4 and also with this chapter 4. Now we will start with a new chapter, that is chapter 5, lines and angles. In this lecture we will learn about complementary angles, supplementary angles, adjacent angles and vertically opposite angles. So let us learn about them one by one. What do we mean by complementary angles? Well, when the sum of the measures of two angles is 90 degree, then such angles are called complementary angles. Here, let us understand it with the help of an example given in exercise 5.1. Question 1. Find the complement of each of the following angles. Well, here we will only study about figure 1. In figure 1, we are given with an angle 20 degree and we are supposed to find the complement of 20 degree. So, if we go by the definition, for an angle to be complement to each other, the sum should be 90 degree. Thus, complementary angle is equals to 90 minus given angle. Therefore, complement of 20 degree will be equals to 90 minus 20, which is equals to 70. Thus, we can say that complement of 20 degree is equals to 70 degree. Now, let us learn about supplementary angles. Here, when the sum of the measures of two angles is 180 degree, then such angles are called supplementary angles. So, now let us learn about it with the help of an example given in exercise 5.2. Question 2. Find the supplement of each of the following angles. Here too, we will understand this with the help of figure 1. Here in figure 1, we are given an angle of 105 degrees. So now, according to the definition, for angles to be supplement to each other, the sum should be 180. Therefore, supplementary angle is equals to 180 minus given angle. Here, the given angle is 105 degree. Thus, supplement of 105 degree is equals to 180 minus 105, that is 75 degree. Thus, we can say that supplement of 105 degree is 75 degree. Now, what do we mean by vertically opposite angles? Well, they are the angles formed opposite to each other when two lines intersect. They are always equal in terms of measure of its angles. So, let us understand this with the help of question 10. Indicate which pairs of the angles are vertically opposite angles in the given figure. Well, if we go by the definition, vertically opposite angles are formed opposite to each other when two lines intersect. Thus, from the figure, we can say that angles 1 and angle 4 along with angle 5 and angle 2 plus 3 are vertically opposite angles. Here, angle 1 and angle 4 are vertically opposite angles to each other, and similarly, angle 5 is vertically opposite to angle 2 plus 3. Now, what do we mean by linear pair? It is pair of adjacent angles whose non-common sides are opposite rays. So, let us see it with the help of question 10. Here in question 10, we are supposed to indicate the pairs of angles which are linear pairs from the given figure. Well, if we go by the definition, linear pair is pair of adjacent angles whose non-common sides are opposite rays. Thus, from the figure, we can say that angles 1 and 5 along with angle 5 and 4 are linear pairs. Now, let us learn about adjacent angles. What do we mean by adjacent angles? Here, if pairs of angles have common vertex, common arm and non-common vertex on either side of the common arm, then such pairs of angles are called adjacent angles. So, let us understand it with the help of an example given in exercise 5.1. Question 11. In the following figure, is angle 1 adjacent to angle 2? Give reason. Well, if we go by the definition, If pairs of angles have common vertex, common arm and non-common vertex on either side of the common arm, then such pairs are called adjacent angles. Thus, from figure, we can say that angle 1 is not adjacent to angle 2 because they do not have a common vertex. Well, I hope you understood this exercise, and so do solve the rest of the questions by yourself. Thank you.